Here we are, number 360. Let me go ahead and post the link. You got to get into the Facebook here, but let me go ahead and post a link in the comments. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't know who that is. Okay, let me go ahead and post a link here in the chat. And there is the link. Hope we can get a couple people to join in here. There we go. Okay, I got to get a link posted here in the whole Facebook group, but hopefully you guys see that and can join in. Here we are. Welcome to October. What are we at here? Yeah, the 10th of October. All right, see if this works. So get it looks like there's some images in the group, so we can talk about that. As usual, any camera equipment, anything like that. Let me go ahead and post the link in the Facebook group if anybody wants to join in. Link, and hopefully you guys can see this. There we go. All right. I done a little computer cleaning the last week or two and have got rid of a lot of cookies and that type of stuff. So the first time I'm logging into stuff now, it's requiring me to reauthorize everything. So we want to get into the Facebook group for there. But you guys are doing well. Busy couple of weeks. We had a little bit of rain here this first part of this week, and although the sun has returned in the last couple of days, and it's supposed to be nice for the next week or so. So it should be good. Nice, relatively warm fall weather in the 80s for us. So it's a good thing. Slightly humid. Good all around. Hey, Wes.
Hey, Mark.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing well. Enjoying the dry weather finally after a week and a half of rain up here.
Yeah.
It was just kind of wet. Not a lot of rain, but just kind of always drizzly and rainy.
You've been having occasional showers, but not anything too crazy like what it sounds like you're having.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot. We only got a couple inches of rain, but there was that front that was hanging out over like east of Georgia, kind of on the Atlantic side over there, and it was just pulling up moisture from the Gulf, and they got a lot more rain actually farther north up into James's area and stuff. But yeah, we just had 4 or 5 days where it was just kind of rainy and just not really cool, but just wet. We really couldn't do anything outside. So
yeah,
looking forward to it being dry here for the next week or so. Hopefully we get into a nice pattern because fall is usually a good time of year here. Enjoy.
Yeah, it's supposed to cool off for us a little bit this week, so that'll be nice.
Good. So I heard a can pop. What are you drinking?
I am drinking. It's called Sun Showers.
Okay.
Swamp Head. They're calling it their Session Sour Ale, which aren't all sours session ales. I've never seen a high gravity session ale.
Yeah, most sours are 5%, 6% or less usually. Yeah,
this is like 4.5%.
Okay, so maybe it's just light flavored. Maybe it's just not, because sours. I mean, some sours can be very, very heavy on the sour, which overpowers.
It's pretty sour. It's very tart.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Yeah, that's we've been going to. It's a brewery that's been here for a couple of years. They opened up in July of 2019, so right before the pandemic hit. So, they had 6 good months of seeing what the possibilities were in the pandemic hit. Now they've been, getting by, but not near as good. But they're only about a mile and a half away, and they do a lot of hazy IPAs, but they've been doing a lot of sours lately. Pretty good nice. Sours. So yeah.
It's nice that they're that close too. That sounds.
Yeah, a mile and a half away. Like we were there yesterday. It was a perfect day. We just went out, spent a few hours on the patio.
26.2. Celebrate
Thank
your
you.
success and
Yeah,
shop the
whatever.
official Bank of America Chicago Marathon finisher gear.
I'm deleting you.
Commemorate
Okay,
race day
stop.
and shop the collection at Nike Chicago or shop online and direct ship to home.
It is I downloaded the app for the Chicago Marathon, which was today, because I had a couple friends running it. So I kind of wanted to track them and see what they're doing. And it keeps talking to you. And I'm like, no. So I gotta delete the app. Now I don't need it till next year. So I'm I'm gonna delete the app. I was gone this morning, and Pam says, your phone was talking to you. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, yeah. So where is it? It was warm up there. It was for Chicago in October. It was a little warmer than usual, so they had it was a little challenging for them. There it is. Delete. All right, but he had one friend running. He did like a 3 hours and 14 minutes. So it's pretty decent pace. Yeah. He's a young guy though. He's only like 40.
Yeah.
He's like your age.
Yeah.
Young guy. So, but yeah, he got started early, so he got done before the sun started, warming things up. But then another person that was running it, she took like 4 hours and 40 minutes. And so it was warm at the end for her. So I think that affected her finish a little bit. But yeah, I'm doing a race next weekend here in Atlanta. So hopefully the weather cooperates. Should be
cool. It's like a 10K or something.
10 miler next Sunday, and then I'm doing the half marathon on Thanksgiving Day. Is my last big race for the year, and then I'll start training for, I guess the next real race I'll run will probably be a half marathon in Pittsburgh next May. One we went up for this year, but it was a virtual one, so we're going to go back up and get beat by my brother again up there in May. But we're going as Bullwinkle and Rocky. That's what we're going to get printed on our numbers.
Okay. I say the horns might slow you down.
Yeah, but I'm Bullwinkle, he's Rocky. So Rocky's a flying squirrel, so he's always faster than Bullwinkle. Yeah. So that's
okay.
So the kid's got a kick out of that one. So anyway, so yeah, it looks like you've went to the Cars and Coffee again.
Yeah, I figured I'd better go out and take some pictures. So I didn't have any last time.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had any for quite a while, but was it well attended again as usual?
Yeah, it was a nice turnout. Mm-hmm. It's reasonably cool in the mornings anyway here. So
yeah. I've got the next one, Caffeine and Octane, which is the first weekend of the month, first Sunday of the month. So that'll be. I missed this one. So it'll be November 6th or 7th? Yeah, November 7th. I'm going to see if I can make it out. I haven't been there a year and a half. They haven't really had it much. I think they just started up a few months ago again after the pandemic. So I'll try to get out and do that. Any photography equipment purchases? Anything?
No, nothing new.
You know anybody that wants to buy a GoPro Hero 9? No? Okay. All right. I'm going to be selling mine. I got one thinking I was going to do some filming of running and stuff for family and whatnot. And I was like, nah, that's just too much of a pain. So
yeah,
I'm gonna sell it. I guess I'll sell it on eBay. That'll probably be the best way to sell it.
Yeah, you usually get the best price that way.
Yeah. I was thinking Fred Miranda, but yeah, those are more photo geeks. Yeah, they're not gonna go for a Hero 9 probably.
Yeah, there may be somebody there that will want it.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get that put up for sale. I got it earlier this year and used it a few times. I'm like, nah, that's just too much effort while I'm running. So go ahead and sell it. So. We shall see. Maybe Dennis will buy it. Dennis needs a GoPro. Mm-hmm. Hey, Dennis.
Guys, how you doing?
Good. I hear you want to buy a GoPro.
No, thanks.
Oh. I was telling Wes I've got one that I thought I was going to do some like filming of running and stuff to send to family and friends, and it was too much of a hassle. So I'm I'm going to sell it, especially
Maybe-
now. Well, what's that, Wes?
Say maybe Rudy wants it. He can get a second angle on his biking videos.
Yeah.
That's a good
Could have
point.
a camera at the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's only got a few more months of that. Then he's going to be busy with being a father. So.
Right. Yep. Bikes are going to collect dust.
Yeah, for a little while probably, which is fine.
Probably have to sell them so they can buy food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's yeah, for the first couple of years, it probably won't be doing a lot of biking, but
Yeah. My friend,
and he'll be back at it in a couple of years, probably.
no, 18.
18. That's pretty pessimistic, Dennis. Come on.
Yeah. My friend, he had a second child, and I goes, that's it. He'll have no money now for the next 20 years.
Yeah. Oh man. Was he older then? When he had the second child later in life?
No. He's only a young guy. He's only in his 20s. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, he's still not going to have any money for the next 20 years.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I expect he's just bought a flat, so he'll be giving all his money to the bank for the next 25 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the bank and the children and the college.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah. If you're the bank. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or the university.
Yeah, that's it. They don't leave home anymore.
Yeah. Well, this last year has had resulted in a lot more of that. That's for sure. People getting laid off, and then virtual work now. That's I was talking to Wes. I was telling Wes about a local brewery that opened up a year and a half ago. So it opened up right before the pandemic. So it was open for about 6 months before the pandemic hit, and they're in a part of town that relies, in a technology park. So there's thousands of people, when everybody was working, thousands of people within a mile or two radius that would stop by on their way home, to grab some, stop by and have a beer or pick up some beer to go. And he said we had 6 months of that. Then the pandemic hit. In the last 18 months, we haven't had any of that. And hoping that, by first part of next year, it gets back in, he says, but man, yeah. And some people are starting to trickle back in, but it's still, probably less than 30% of people in the office again.
Bad timing. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, no one knew what was going to happen, did they? So.
No one knew, and they're doing okay. I mean, they're staying more than staying above water, but they're not, as profitable as they wanted to be. They've done a good job of, kind of pivoting to figure out ways to keep making money and doing that type of stuff. But yeah, so he's like, yeah, we just need all these people to get back into these office buildings. These offices they're probably 25% full now. I mean, traffic's starting to pick up, but it's nowhere near what it was. So.
Yeah, I don't think London used to be really busy, but it's still not back how it was, and I don't think it ever will be.
Yeah. It'll come back somewhere in the middle, I think, for most of that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people like Pam's company. They're talking about doing like a hybrid. So you don't necessarily have to be in every day, but 1 or 2 days a week, to meet with your group in person and do what you need to do. And then the rest of the time you can, work from home, which means they don't need as much space, so they're able to cut down on the space that they need 100% of the time, and just get down to kind of that core level of space that they,
Well, a lot of companies have realized that their workers working from home, they've just been just as productive, so there's no need to go in.
Yep, that's a big part of it. Yeah, the people that are productive are going to be productive whether they're in the office or at home.
Yeah.
So it's highlighted people that maybe aren't quite as productive, and they're not the ones that are being asked to come back.
Yeah, but it's a knock on, isn't it? There's like all the bars, restaurants used to serve all the offices. All their takings are down.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. There's that whole other level of economy that you don't think about when everybody's working, because people stop. They go there for lunch on their way home after the workday, and with people not going in, then all those other businesses don't. They don't have their revenue coming in. So kind of a follow-on effect. That's for sure.
Luckily, I don't have to go join the traffic jams in the morning.
Yeah, me neither. I've been doing that for a while, and it's weird. So every once in a while, I have to go and meet with somebody in the morning. Even with the reduced traffic that it is now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this for years. It's just so stressful. Now, here's somebody that doesn't spend any time in traffic at all.
No, not at all. No, I'm a stay-at-home truck driver.
Yeah, virtual truck driver.
Man, I have my truck driving drone out there doing the job for me.
Yeah.
You've been working from home, Joe. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Does the neighbour say anything about a 40-foot truck outside your house?
He gets up in the morning, he loads it up,
Yeah.
and he comes back in and he watches TV, and at the end of the day, he goes and unloads it, and then he gets.
Yeah. It's a fantastic deal there. Yeah, you think retirement is good, Dennis? Let me tell you. Yeah.
So you're back. So you had a good travel. You must have got up early today to travel, Joe, huh?
You bet. Yeah. It was definitely glad. I'm glad when the trip is over.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a fantastic trip.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a great time. Yeah. So.
But yeah, I'm definitely glad when I'm home and the trip is over, and next week will be a hell of it's just a pure weekend trip. So.
Oh, really? You're going on Friday, coming back on Sunday?
Going
pretty
on
much?
Saturday morning, coming back late on Sunday. So it's going to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do those every once in a. Well, now it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Since I've done it, but I used to do those. Yeah. Leave late on Friday, come back, midday or early on Sunday.
That's what we were talking about. She's like, yeah, Joe was there for a couple of days, and she says that's a long time, because when Joe came here, he was there for like 27 hours.
Yeah.
We picked Joe up at the airport at like 11 o'clock in the morning on Friday,
Yeah.
and we dropped him back off at the airport at like 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think it was literally.
Yeah, I like taking quick trips. Yeah, so next weekend will be exactly that. Another very quick one. This was a long one for me. This was
It was like 3 days almost.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a long.
Well, one thing's for sure, you will never be accused of overstaying your welcome.
No, and that's my point. I
Yeah.
like to leave. I don't like to get bored somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would rather leave wanting more, and then I'm more inclined to go back there. You like, and whoever I'm there seeing is more inclined to want me back there. Instead of okay, yeah. So when's your flight out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What? When is that? Yeah, tomorrow, right? Yeah.
Oh,
it's not today. We don't want to miss it. Yeah.
You're not leaving till Monday. Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, good. Well, it sounds like it was a great trip, and had a great time. So.
It's people that know me know I take my short trips, and it's a relief to them actually, because they know, okay, yeah, Dad's gonna stay for a few days and then he's out. You know what I'm saying? He'll give us money. Dad comes, gives us money, and leaves, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you be my dad?
Yeah. Like, can you adopt me, please? Yeah, I need money. Yeah, I'll take money. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's.
Good. So, did the Rams play tonight, or are they not? Are they off this week?
They play Thursday.
Oh,
they dominated and won Thursday.
That's right. Yeah, they did play on Thursday. They had like the 3 days, the Sunday, Thursday. Ooh, that was a tough one for them, and they won though. So
yeah, they beat Seattle Enfield.
Okay.
So yeah, they play this coming Sunday.
Okay. Yeah. So they ended up with 10, 11 days off. Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm watching the Cardinals right now in San Francisco. I sold those tickets because I just knew there's no way I'm coming back from the trip and going to want to go to that game. So I was like, yeah, let's just sell those tickets and
Yeah.
screw it.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to go to any home games this year? Are there any you're going to go to?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll be going the week after next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go the week after next. And then, well, of course, the Rams will be playing 2 weeks after that. So
Okay.
I'll be to that game.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, once I start going, then it'll be, a few games after that. So
okay. All right. So you end up going to three to four home games,
Yeah.
about half the home games then. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
it's got to
Cool.
ease. I got to tell you, man, that's the first time I've wore a mask that long.
Oh yeah, for the whole plane. What was it? About a 4-hour plane flight, almost.
It's depending on which way you're going, which is kind of crazy to me, but what do you got? 4 hours and 25 minutes one way, and then 4 hours and 45 minutes or so coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got the flight, you've got the time that you arrive there to check your bags, catch the train that goes into the airport. So you end up like 6-7 hours wearing this mask, man. My ears are wore out right now, man.
Yeah. And the elastic. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the kind that goes around the back of your head because I got to wear it all day at work. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the way my girlfriend is. She works on a hospital, so she has to wear it all day as well. So, but man, yeah, having to wear that disposable type, the black one. I wear the black one. Yeah. My ears wore out.
Yeah, that's
it's true, Mark, if you don't mind me saying, because I have heard from other people that have traveled during the pandemic how loose Arizona is. And I gotta say, man, I mean, I would say probably 80-85% of the people in Charlotte were wearing a mask just from being out and about those few days. There was more people wearing a mask than not. And here in Arizona, I swear to sweet Jesus, I haven't worn a mask in I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a long.
I'm trying to think here. I mean, in our area, in the stores, there's probably 60 to 70% of the people are wearing masks in the store. Like if you go into the grocery store or that type of thing, and I'm sure almost all of them are fully vaccinated too. And and I don't. I mean, I'm vaccinated. If I get it, it's going to be pretty mild, so I don't worry about it. But a lot of people still do. Yeah, still do to wear a mask. Is it like that in Florida, Wes, or not? Or is it pretty?
It depends where you go. I mean, right where I'm at is a very liberal sort of area, so a lot of people wear masks here. But it's probably 70% still.
Yeah,
there's still a lot of people who don't.
Yeah, that's about what it is here. I would say probably about 70%. But that's a lot more than what you were finding in Arizona, then, Joe. Is it?
Oh yeah, no. Here in Arizona, yeah, it's the numbers got to be super low, maybe 10%, maybe. It's and I know I'm letting Dennis down. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize to you right off the bat, Dennis. I didn't think it through. It was race day weekend in Charlotte. I did not get tickets to go to the race. I failed you, my friend. I'm sorry.
So I'm not going to know the results then.
Yeah, that's there's a race right now where I just left. Like
you ruined this whole weekend, Joe. Come on.
I mean, I should.
Is it the championship? Isn't it the playoffs? Aren't they?
They are in the playoffs. Yeah, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I can redeem myself. I can go to the second to the last race of the season right here in good old Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you going to go to it?
Probably not. But
you had the opportunity.
I have the opportunity once again, too. Yeah. Yeah. It's
Joe, if you was in Charlotte, you should have just knocked on my cousin's door and had a coffee.
That's true. We could have shot neighbors' flowers together or something. Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't see piss poor planning, Dennis. That's what it was. It's just piss poor.
Yeah.
He just didn't leave any time for any. He just flew in, did the family thing, and left. Yeah.
Get in, get out. Yeah. Get in, get out. Yeah. Just before the baby got tired of me. You know what I'm saying? Babies get tired quick. So. Cutest grandson ever, by the way.
Yeah, he is a cute kid. Very cute kid.
Just gonna say, that's.
Yeah, I wonder where he got that. It wasn't from you, obviously.
Oh, please! Are you kidding me? Yeah, no way.
He's 6 months old. Is that what?
6 months, yeah.
He's a big kid too. I mean,
he has some weight to him. I gotta tell you, he had some weight to him. Yeah, but yeah, he's a good. He did get the gigantic head from me though, so good. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Mark, I said to you 20 years, but it's not true, is it? Because once you get rid of one lot, then the grandchildren come.
Mm-hmm.
It could go on basically for 30, 40
forever.
Years.
Yeah, forever. And Joe, I mean, you could be. You're going to be great grandpa.
I could, yeah. It could happen, yeah. My oldest is 6, so.
Yeah, another 15, 20 years. The oldest will be mid-20s. Joe will be, you'll be what, 70, early 70s at that point. Mm-hmm. You'll be like, yeah, great grandpa Joe.
Yeah, that is another reason for next weekend's short visit, because there's 3 of them with that child that I go.
Oh man, yeah.
That's I'm telling you, man. I love them kids, but dear God, I mean, they'll drive you nuts, man. Like, oh my God.
How old are they? They're what, 6 and.
Let's see, 6, 3, and 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's a triple threat there. Yeah, triple threat.
Oh, well, the other 2 will be 3 and 4. They're right there.
Yeah, but that's close enough in age that they can all get in trouble together. Yeah,
that's murderer's row right there. Yeah.
Do you have a porch, Joe, with a rocking chair on it?
You know what? I was telling my daughter. You're in the South, where you have the porch.
Yeah.
It's not a true Southern house if you don't have the rocking chairs to complete it.
And do you own a banjo?
A banjo? No banjo or harmonica. I mean, told her, you gotta get these things. You're in the South. Figure it out.
I can just imagine you, Joe, sitting on your rocking chair, listening to The Devil Comes Down to Georgia. Full blast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a beautiful place. I went up to Lake Norman, took some photos at Lake Norman. Oh my God, that's a nice part of town. Yeah, that's a nice area there. I was telling Lisa, I'm like, I've told those guys on the photo share, they're effing cheating with all this water and the lakes, and this confirms it. It's cheating. Yeah. Come to the desert, take some photos. It was gorgeous, man. It was.
Yeah, Lake Norman's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
God, it was.
Yeah. That's a nice area there. I don't know if James has been up there or not. I don't remember him posting any images from that there. That's not too far from him, I don't, because that's it's that North Charlotte, right?
North, yeah. North.
Yeah. Okay. Does James live north of town, Dennis? Does he live north of Charlotte, or is he south of downtown?
I'm not sure. He said he was about 20 minutes from Charlotte.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
While driving in. He's been dog sitting this week at his daughter's place, so he's not been there.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't know if he was going to be on tonight. He said doesn't know what time he's going to get back.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Just forget about us for family. That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, what the heck?
We can take it. Yeah, we're okay.
Well, if everyone's still wearing masks in America, I'll tell you, I got on a train and it says on the doors, wear a face covering, and I must have been the only guy on there with one on.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, walking around the shops, most of the people got another one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we'll see.
They got a pretty good. Got a pretty good level of vaccination.
Oh yeah, I mean we're up about 85% of the adult population. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's still going up. It's all the kids now, isn't it? Just spreading it all over the place.
Yeah. Kids, well, have they started vaccinating the kids there? Have they?
Yeah, I think 12-year-old upward got to have one.
Okay.
Vaccination, yeah.
Okay. All right. And I think they're going to start that here probably. Sounds like next month. Probably is what it sounds like. They got the Pfizer was approved for kids.
Yeah. 5 and over now, I think.
Okay.
And all that's
the next week or two. Yeah.
All the old ones like me, we got to have a third, and we got to have a Pfizer booster, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On top of the AstraZeneca, so
booster's been.
I don't know what side effects that's going to be.
I think that's almost 2 weeks for the booster now. That's second week right now, isn't it?
Yeah, that they've been doing. I think my parents, they got theirs this week, I think. And they're both in their 80s. So I mean, I guess that's the first group that's going to get the. And we had a friend who has an autoimmune. So she's like on the high, and she got it about a month ago. She was one of the very first people to get it. She has MS, I think, yeah.
Over 60, yeah, it is. And obviously you get served, like you say, if you've got conditions, you'll get first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. So, okay, well, good. Well, let's jump into the images here and see what we got. I think, let me see how I can share this. I am using, I'm pretty much using Firefox all the time now.
Oh, are you really?
Huh. Yeah.
But it's been a while since I used Firefox for this, but I had a lot of problems using Firefox for this.
Yeah, and I've been having some issues, but I've tweaked the privacy settings a little bit, so it seems to be going a lot better now. So
getting all the spyware out of it, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah. There's been a lot of stuff that has hit Chrome in the last few weeks. Just a lot of 0-day exploits and stuff that has been in.
Well, I'm using Vivaldi, and it is Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it doesn't have all the extra stuff on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got no spyware. They guarantee they don't log anything.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, and Firefox can be configured that way if you set it up right. Yeah, and that's the. Yeah. So I've been having pretty good. I think I've got everything pretty much ironed out. It seems to be working pretty good and good enough with Google stuff. So.
Yeah. What do you use? Where's
Chrome?
Have
Yeah.
you had any issues? Have you had anything? No.
No, I mostly stay on YouTube and Gmail, and I don't go to a lot of sites. So.
Yeah. I'm using a fair amount of sites for work. So, and most of those work well. I had to configure some things to get them to work. A couple of them to work better with Firefox than Chrome, but they're working fine now. So I seem to be good with it. So speaking of good with it, this guy is good with the water.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, that's not that good. Yeah. So Jose's doing a little camera tossing by the water. This is the 2021 U.S. Open surfing. So he posted some good images last time. He's got some good stuff there. So this is a nice one. I got that. Oh, there we go.
So much fun to shoot the surfers.
Yeah.
I like it anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. Yeah, you take a lot of images and then you got to pick through the ones that are, well, just like any action photography. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and he's got a good lens. He's got that 600 millimeter lens, which helps. Although yours on the crop sense, you get basically 1,000 millimeters there, so helps even more. All right, so it looks like this. Okay,
That looks pretty low to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on airbags. So
Okay.
slam it on the ground when you park it.
Yeah. Is
Do,
this
do, do you have speed humps where you are?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that car is not built for them.
No. It could be hitting the raise the suspension quite a bit driving around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I when I was working for the local council, they put a raised crossing in across the road, and it was like bricks with like 45 degrees. So it was actually higher than the road. And the first time the road opened, some guy took the front of his Ferrari.
Oh.
Yeah, we got some of those too. So you got to take them pretty slow.
Yeah. I guess that's the point. But yeah, if the guy didn't know it was there, so did he submit a bill to the council?
Yeah, I think so. But as time went by, you could see the gouges in the brickwork of all the vehicles that have been smashing into the ramp up. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, some of those are really very steep, and you're not paying attention. I know on one of the roads that I run on, it's through a business park, and just in the last few weeks they added some speed humps. Not real extreme, but it's still, up and down. And they didn't mark it, so they just kind of put it in the road, and before they got the lines on it, they just left it. And it's kind of coming. You kind of come around a curve, and it's right there. So yeah, there's lots of scrape marks on that.
Yeah, somebody's gonna launch off of that.
Yeah.
Not knowing it's there.
I mean, not even going that fast, maybe 20, 25. I mean, just the way it's situated in the road, if you don't know it's there, you're gonna bottom out a lot on the front. Especially the front air dam is gonna get scraped quite a bit. So, but so this is suitably low to the ground.
What's the car?
Is it an RX-7? Is that what that is?
It's a Acura NSX or a Honda NSX, depending on where you're at.
Okay. All right. So the NSX, the original series.
Yeah, it's the first gen.
In the 90s. Yeah.
Flip up headlights.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know it had. I guess it did. Yeah. I didn't know the little hood scoop.
Do you not need number plates on the front of your cars over there?
I don't know how many states. Some states do, some states don't. Not in Florida.
Yeah, it's about half the states require front plates and about half don't, I think.
Yeah.
Colorado requires front plates. California doesn't. Illinois
Virginia does for sure.
Yeah.
They pull over people all the time for that.
Yeah. So no front, and Georgia's just a single plate in the rear.
Yeah.
So it's about half and half. There we go. The Royal Enfield.
That's a good British bike.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dennis, you probably know this make, huh?
Yeah. I'll tell you, that's probably worth a few quid.
Yeah, it looks like it's an older one for sure.
Yeah, I think they're out of business now. I should think Royal Enfield, but
wow,
collectors' bikes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size engine in there.
Yeah, it's got to be what, 750 maybe. I don't know.
Two-cylinder like that. Yeah. Is it a two-cylinder? Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah, two-cylinder.
Yeah, my brother had bikes, and he had one with an Aerial Square 4. It was a 1,000cc motorbike.
Oh man, fast.
It was fast, yeah, because I remember doing over a ton down the North Circular Road in London, and I thought I'm never getting on that bike with that maniac again.
Yeah.
It started raining, and do you know what? That's the first time I realised that rain hurts.
Yeah. When you're out totally exposed to it, and it's hitting you at 100 miles an hour or whatever. Yeah.
It was like getting shotgun pellets in the face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like little knives jabbing into you. Yeah. Here you go, Joey. I know you've been into motorcycles. Wes thought maybe you might want to pick this one up.
Yeah.
Give this one a ride.
Oldie but a goodie, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice job. keeping that up right there. What year is that? That's like
That's got to be 60s, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I would
I
think
asked the guy what year it was.
Yeah, 60s, early 70s. There's drum brake up front. There's not a disc brake up front. Look at that drum. Okay.
That's
Just what you need for stopping power.
it's motorcycles are one of those things I actually do love to shoot. I just don't care to ride them.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
like hot air balloons. Like I don't really care to go in a hot air balloon, but I like to shoot them.
Yeah. No, I'm of the same opinion now. I had motorcycles for a number of years and fun to ride, but man, I could not see getting on one now. Man.
Yeah, with the traffic and everything. Like, yeah, I know. I see them all the time. And I've rode them a little bit. I mean, a little bit. Probably a handful of times. That's about it. On other people's bikes when I was young that they let me ride them. I'm completely good.
Yeah. No, they are fun, but man, talk about having your head on a swivel if you're out in traffic. Man, yeah, you've got to be hyper alert, and even then, it doesn't help you if somebody cuts in front of you. People, especially now, as distracted as drivers are now, comparatively, I got to think drivers are a lot more distracted now than they were 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
I see them on the bikes, man. I see them on the motorcycles, doing the same thing. They'll have the phone mounted to the handlebars.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And they're trying to use the phone.
And hold on, yeah.
Yeah.
Darwin, I want to be nominated for a Darwin Award, please. Can I just let me keep hitting this phone here while I'm going zipping down the road. Yeah, it's fun to look at, not so fun to ride anymore.
I just had a look up at Royal Enfield motorbikes. It says they went out of business in 1971.
Yeah, so this is old then. Yeah.
Yeah, it says they've done bikes in the First World War, Second World War, 500 twins, super meteors.
Okay, so maybe this is like a 500 twin then, huh?
Yeah, Royal Enfield Interceptors. They're all the names of the bikes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think they were broken up. Says some of the company was sold to Velocet. Did you ever get any of those? They were water-cooled motorbikes.
No.
I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah, the police used to have them in London when I was a kid. And because they were water-cooled, they were absolutely quiet. You couldn't even hear them coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have a radio phone on the back, on the side of the bike. Yeah, noddy bikes they called them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they said that the rest of the motorcycles were sold to Norton.
Okay.
Norton, another British bike maker.
Yeah, it's had a resurgence the last 10 or 15 years. One of the ones that.
Well, those bikes are probably worth quite a lot of money. Those Enfields now.
Yeah. So this is probably 50 years old at this point. Probably. Last year was made in 1971. That's the newest it could be. It's at least 50 years old. Yeah. That's Mike.
It says in 1899, Royal Enfield was producing a quad cycle, 4-wheel bike.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great Flicker Pro. Okay. And here we go. A Willys.
Yeah, these are cool.
This is nice. It's an old one. Looks like. You know what year this one is, Wes?
No, I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably Korea vintage kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah. I rode cross country in a 1948 Willys, and a buddy in college. Boy, was it slow! Top speed 45 miles an hour.
Yep.
On the interstate. People on I-70 don't like it when you're going 45 in a beat up Jeep. Even when the speed limit was 55 back then, that's when the speed limit was still 55. But yeah, we couldn't go any faster than 45 miles an hour on that thing.
Oh man, yeah.
Those military vehicles, they don't do very fast.
I think it could climb a vertical wall. I mean, and just a little flat 4, just a little tiny flat, what do they call it, hammerhead 4, whatever the thing is, just flathead 4. Yeah.
Just geared for torque.
Ton of torque. Yeah, put it in low and climb anything. Fun little vehicle. Not very fast, but still kind of fun to drive. This is in much better shape than my buddy's, though. My buddy's was pretty much falling apart, but it got us from Colorado to Pennsylvania and back, so it worked okay.
Yeah, that bike, Mark, I just went through all the pictures of the Enfields, and
Yep.
the nearest match looks like a Royal Enfield Interceptor. It's
Okay.
650 cc.
650. Okay.
Okay.
Some was 750 because it's got a big engine, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty good sized cylinder head. Yeah.
Ah,
So any idea on the value of something like that? I gotta imagine it's.
Yeah, those kind of things are going for like 20 grand, don't they? You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna be probably pretty.
Depends how rare they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be 1960s bike. If the company went out of business in 71, I would have thought that was
Yeah.
60. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun one to have.
Yeah. Jeeps are quite good.
Mm-hmm. And this one is not a Jeep.
No. What is it? It looks like a Fiat 500.
Yeah. Fiat 500 Abarth.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Race version.
Okay. Rally version.
Yeah. Does that count? Does that count?
The thing is tiny, 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 tiny.
Yeah.
The engine's in the back.
Okay.
So that's an original 500 then, yeah?
Yeah, so this is what? When were they? Were they 60s? Is that when they were?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's got another 60s vehicle.
Yeah.
They had 2-cylinder air-cooled engines, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was. Well, this one might have had an engine swap or something. I think it was like some sort of 4-cylinder in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like a 5.7 liter.
No, it was very small. It was maybe a liter
Okay. Yeah.
at the most. It was pretty small.
Yeah. Probably still putting out 100 horsepower, 120 horsepower, something like that. Yeah, like a motorcycle engine, basically. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I think it's zip around for sure. That light a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like the colors on that. It's nice. Cool.
I tell you, some of the most fun I ever had was in my '71 Vega that I owned. Man, that thing was. You never knew when it was going to break down on you. Just ride it till it broke down, and then you just kind of, it was great.
One Vega. Wow.
Transmission would fail. You just go find another used transmission. You could literally just pick it up and put it in there. It was great.
Yeah.
That thing was. You just never knew that.
Man, yeah, the Vega. So that was kind of around the same time as the Pinto. At least the Vega didn't blow up like the Pinto.
Not quite, but it would sound like it sometimes. I mean, the way that thing would backfire, at least the one I had, it would bam! It would, you could hear it kind of rev up. Boom!
So where's is this your RGB test?
Yeah, that was the idea. It was like all the different colors.
Yeah.
I would take any one of these cars in this line. I would be happy with any one of these cars, I think. Especially the green one. I'll take the green one.
It's a damn
Yeah.
Is that a GTS? Is that what that is there?
That's that GT3 that I had last month.
Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll take that. Please.
Yeah.
Even in green, I'll take it.
How are you getting on with the printer?
Pretty good. I printed out a few things for my cubicle, so
Nice.
been printing out.
How large have you been able to print?
It's just like 13 by 19 still. That's
Okay.
that's the max. That's the max. I guess you can get a roll, but print larger. But
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I did.
Very nice. Cool.
That
All right, yeah.
one-
Yeah. So you're able to print a good size then. So yeah, big enough to put in the cube.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's the Milwaukee Art Museum, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a neat building. Yeah,
Does black and white okay? Does it?
Yeah, this was actually the first black and white I did, and it's really nice.
Yeah, no color cast on it.
No, it looks like a real print almost.
Nice.
Not quite, it doesn't quite have that silver sheen to it, but it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah,
Good.
I've been playing with this Epson ink printer here, and I went and bought some thicker paper, 250-gram photo paper. But what I'm finding is that it seems to be the rollers that roll it through. They're putting lines in the paper.
Huh.
The paper's too thick then, probably?
Yeah, you can't see it when you look straight on, but if you hold it sideways, and you can see like 2 crease lines going straight up the middle of the photograph.
Huh.
So, yeah, it doesn't occur on the 180-gram paper, but it does on the 250.
Huh. Okay.
So I'm not impressed with that. And, of course, I've only got 4 inks in there, so...
yeah,
black and white photographs are actually magenta.
Yeah, this is 265 is what it says.
265.
265, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's okay? You've got no lines?
Yeah, I mean, it's Canon paper and a Canon printer. I would hope it works properly.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've got Mickey Mouse paper in an Epson printer.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Mickey Mouse and Epson don't play well together.
No, it's... I just bought a pack. It wasn't too expensive, but that's the...
Okay. All right. My premium gloss photo paper.
It is a lot thicker paper than that 185 I was using. Yeah.
Yeah.
But seemed to... basically it's an inkjet printer, and it's not a photo printer, really.
Yeah. So continuous dye sublimation. That's the...
Yeah, I've been playing with all the different ICC profiles, sending it through with Adobe 98 and also sRGB and the calibrated screen.
Mm-hmm.
They're so wildly different. It's the first time I realised that. I put a photograph up for you to see. Everyone must be seeing a different photograph.
Oh yeah. Everybody's monitor is different, and the lighting's different. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, if you want to call it that, it's because everybody's monitor, everybody's phone, everybody's screen is different. Yeah.
Yeah. See, now I've got that puck thing, what sits on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got to push a button. It goes from 98 to sRGB, black and white, and you can just flick through. And the difference in the colours and the Adobe 98 is so more vibrant colours than sRGB.
Yeah. And I mean, you, Joe. I mean, if you're doing like when you do a shoot and like family images, that type of thing, man, like you said, that's why you do it on so many different screens. You got to try the best mix of, the best balance between having it look absolute best and the realization that most people's monitors are crap, and they're not calibrated at all.
Yeah. To me, honestly, unless you're dealing with true every single level of it is professional. In other words, you're submitting your photos or you're selling your photos on some sort of professional level where other professionals that have calibrated screens and all these sorts of things. That's the only time any of this accuracy crap matters, because what is accurate? What is accurate? You'll have Apple swear on 5,000 Bibles that this is the most accurate screen you've got, right?
Yeah. Well, I know Apple are lying.
Well, I mean, again, that's my point, is that what you think is accurate, like you think, oh, this is a great screen that I've got. But what does it matter if someone's using this now 4 or 5-year-old iPhone 10?
Look at it, yeah.
Or if they're using... like I use for a lot of stuff when I'm not editing or on my computer, I'm using my TV.
I've got a hardware calibrated screen now, and I'm doing all the photographs to the calibrated side. And when I print them out, they're not too different from what was on the screen color wise.
Yeah.
But if I put that photograph, which printed fine, on one of these, the laptop or the iMac, it's really bright, vibrant colours, over bright. It's because Apple's calibrated screens must be 150 lumen.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I think you hit on it, that the advantage of the calibration and all that is if you're going to be printing, so you can match, if you have a good printer, accurate printer, you can get the profile and match it and that way you're in control of it. From what you see on the screen is what you're going to get printed, which makes sense. But yeah, then when you upload it to Flickr or 500, whatever the highest quality photo sharing site is, that's great. You can upload a huge, gigantic file, and then Bob can look at it on his 15-year-old monitor, and all that work you did just doesn't mean anything to Bob because Bob has no idea.
Well, even my prints, like the one that's right above my head that, I've paid $400 or $500 for to print. That's why, even though everything on my end's accurate and everything on their end is accurate, I still upload it to them, and I still almost leave it to them to edit it the way we've had email conversations back and forth to the way that I like it still. You know what I'm saying? What was my intention on how I wanted it, because it could still look different on their end. Depending, like Dennis was saying, depending on what format I'm using and all these variables,
Do you not send them the profile, Joe?
I'll get everything to a T on my end, and I know they have everything to a T on their end. But
what do you save the photograph in though? Do you do it in Adobe 98 profile?
I will most of the time save it in the the DMDNG.
As a DNG format.
Oh yeah. But that's just the format. But when I save from GIMP, you've only got two options. It will save it in sRGB or it will save it in Adobe 98. That's your choice.
For the color space.
Yeah, the color space on it. Yeah, because obviously Adobe 98 is a much wider color space than sRGB.
Yeah, my camera, I can select Adobe or sRGB.
Yeah,
as far as the color profile.
We use Adobe though, right?
It depends what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to print, your best bet is to go Adobe 98 all the way through.
Yeah.
You're going to print, but sRGB is probably better for just general sharing.
For screens. For
screen stuff. Yeah.
Hardly any screens can do Adobe.
Yeah.
1/10 of 1% can do Adobe probably.
Yeah. Which just means zero of the people that are looking at your image are going to be doing Adobe pretty much.
Yeah. When I've done the calibration on this screen, I use Pen or Native, which exceeds Adobe 98 by a mile, But then you calibrate the screen and you have to use that calibration to send to the printer.
And then hopefully the printer can print that. That's the other thing.
It says that if you save the original from your raw file in sRGB, there's not a lot of point in printing it in Adobe 98 because it's always going to be sRGB.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's been a learning curve these last few weeks.
Yeah. You can't recreate it. That's why, it's like editing. You want to edit the raw if you can, because that way you've got all the information. You can't turn a JPEG into a raw.
I was never able to print a TIFF straight off of the computer into the printer. It just come out with lines all over it. I've tried so many things to do it, but now I'm using the calibrated screen. I can print TIFFs in Adobe 98 and it comes out perfect. There's no lines in it or anything. So I know what's going on.
Prints though, you can get it pretty good, man. It's when you start getting big. When you start getting big or you start needing to submit to magazines and that sort of thing, that's when that kind of accuracy is important. You can get it nailed down when we're doing small prints like the one behind me. You can get that nailed down pretty easily.
Yeah, the thing is, Joe, on that puck, I've got like button 1's Adobe 98 and button 2's sRGB. Just clicking the same photograph backwards and forwards on those two buttons, you can see Adobe 98 is so much more colourful, vibrant, brighter colours, like, you know. And I thought, didn't know that in the past because you accepted what you see on your single screen. You know, you thought that's it. Calibrated your photograph to the screen you're using.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like as new to you as when you started using strobes and stuff. When you started using external.
Yeah. I mean, it just made me realise that it might look okay on my screen here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone else looking at it's going to be totally different.
I can give you another comparison. Like if all four of us all went out and bought the same model car, we were just talking about cars a little while ago, there's a good chance that two of them are going to run differently. Like everything being the same, they'll still run differently.
And if we all done the same color car, would the colors look the same if you put all four photographs next to each other?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. This is not the green car I took.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Boom. Yeah. Exactly.
It's like when you go to, you wreck your car and they paint just that part of the car that was wrecked. And if you look really close, you can see the difference in the color because they can't match it exactly.
You can't match it or blend it exactly the way that you were.
They can't do it because underneath, when your car was out the factory, its top coat went onto an undercoat.
Mm-hmm.
And now the top coat is going onto a top coat which has been rubbed down. So it's not the same color underneath. So it's going to reflect different.
And that shop, and who's got the most accurate color? Because that shop is going to tell you, oh, well, we do a small batch and we're way more accurate than they are. The manufacturer actually, they're doing things mass produced. They don't necessarily care how accurate they are at the time they're doing it. So, we're actually
matching it's going to be the problem, isn't it? I mean,
it is
matching it. They can age your paint now. If your car's 10 years old, they can spray it in the correct color, but they can age the paint so it matches the other.
They try.
Yeah. You can get it close.
Be the most accurate, but it won't look the same. Yeah.
No. Especially if it's metallic.
and then it's how do all of us see that same car?
Yep.
I have now, through having conversations with people, so many friends that on one particular level or another color blindness, and some of them didn't even realize it until recently. They just saw the world how they saw it.
Yeah.
On one particular level or another, they're colorblind, or maybe one color is enhanced one way or another. It's like what?
No, it's impossible. No two people see colors the same way.
Right.
I mean, there's everybody has a variation. So there is no way to get a true it doesn't mean anything. Ultimately, accurate doesn't mean anything. There is no accuracy. It's all it's a close approximation of what it might look like.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I don't think there's many guys who are not colorblind to some color. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I think if you had a test, there would be certain colors in the spectrum that you'd be colorblind to.
Yep. Or wouldn't see the same way, not as vibrantly, not as
Yeah, I think women are not so colorblind as men.
I get tested.
Well, women are smarter than us, so I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
I do get color tested regularly. So that
you do. Are you colorblind to any colors?
I am not.
Yeah. No, you have to do it for your CDL, right?
Yeah. In order for me to maintain my CDL, I have
to make sure you can tell yellow from green and red.
Red.
Those are the main colors. Yeah, blue, red, and green.
Well, the Italians, they must be colorblind because they never stop on red lights.
Yeah. They're all colorblind. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all colorblind. Where in Italy, I don't know if you've been there, the traffic signals the red is twice the size of the other colours.
Oh, is it really? Okay.
And it still doesn't do anything.
So it's like you really should stop, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, come on, man.
It's not a suggestion, huh? Please.
Yeah, and those one-way signs, you know, they go, well, I'm only going one way. It doesn't matter if it's against the flow of the traffic.
I'm going the way I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going the one way. I'm going the one way. Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
They're all going the wrong way. It's their problem, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is interesting. We all want to, you know, make sure that we're presenting what we produce the best way possible. But at the end of the day, there is no best way. It's just all degrees of being wrong to some extent. There's no way. There's no way you can be perfect. Yeah.
So, you know, it's, I just went and visited a kid that, you know, if I were getting picky, she's raising the kid all wrong. But it's her kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She ain't my kid. You know?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So this was a good test of red, green, and blue.
Heck yeah.
But I think what we decided is it's all wrong anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sure that green car wasn't that green, Wes.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty bright.
And it's probably pretty fast though too. I would agree with that. So there we go. So yeah, there is no accurate color. See, you just do everything. That's why black and white matters.
Yeah.
Why have color when you can do black and white?
You know, you haven't done a Patrick here, Wes. You know, I can see the photographer in the paint.
Yeah, I'm not going. I don't have a polarizer for this wide angle or anything. So
is this a 300Z?
No, that's that NSX again.
It is the NSX again?
Just with a 14mm lens.
Oh, okay. Just totally different. Yeah.
Pretty crazy, man.
That skirt is just on the deck, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I was like an inch away, 2 inches away, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're like, right above the ground. Yeah.
And how close were you to the car right here?
Like, yeah, very close, maybe 6 inches.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
right on top of it. Yeah.
What was that? 15 mil?
14.
14 mil.
14, yeah.
Yeah.
That's wide. Yeah.
That's wide, yeah.
You didn't have to focus it then, Wes.
No, not really.
Just line it up, make sure it's level as much as you can, and yep.
Yeah, that's the one. That's one thing I did learn using a 15 mil lens. You must have the camera straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get everything out of square pretty rapidly.
Oh, that's nice.
There we go.
Yeah, I was playing with black. I was playing with black and white as well now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Finally. All right. Yeah.
So it's like a postcard.
Yeah.
But I did use one of GIMP's black and white filters on this.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out. That black boat was really light blue.
That came out nice, and so was this okay? Royden Mill. So did we see some images from this part last time? Okay.
Yeah, I put them on last time because we went and stayed the week up near the River Stool and just walking along the towpaths. Very colourful boats, some of the boats, like, but yeah, I just thought I'd try this one in black and white.
That looks nice.
You should get the guy to pull the Jag onto the road there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right at the top of the hill or going,
Come down the road, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's where that Jag was, in the car park around the corner from there. And it was a really nice car, but I don't see many in that condition now.
Yeah. And very few of them now. All right.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is like
you went and gimped this, didn't you? You put some filter on here, did you?
No. It's just I just the flower itself is quite big. It must be 8 inches across.
Okay.
And I was about as close focus as I could get now.
Okay. Wow, that green in there. Green in the purple.
The sun was shining. Yeah, I didn't enhance the colours and so
Really?
on.
Okay. Huh.
The plant is like black, purple, and apparently once it flowers out the middle, which it does very rarely, the mother plant dies, but all the side ones carry on. You know.
Huh.
Yeah, it was called Aeonian or something. The name.
Yeah, Aeonium. Yeah. So is this in your garden, or was this when you were out?
No, this is in the greenhouse. Yeah, I've just put them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they've been out all summer in the pots, but I've just put them away because they don't like frost, and it's going to come soon.
Oh, okay. All right. Very nice. Yeah, it's kind of a trippy color.
Yeah. Now this is a little test I've done earlier, which was I used 3 different lenses on the same flower.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So this one is the Voigtlander 50 mil.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was calibrated on the photo monitor.
All right.
That's why it looks bright on your screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. And different lenses will have different color casts.
Yeah. So I've done 3. I've done this one's the 50. I've done the Voigtlander 65, and I've done the 90 millimeter. Obviously, photo are all different.
Oh, okay. 3 different photos. I thought you blended them all together somehow.
No. This is 3 different photographs.
I was like,
Joe was like, "Wow,
wow.
lens blending,
Yeah. Wait.
the lens stacking."
Oh yeah. Oh really? Hey Dennis, Pat would like to talk to you, please. Yeah, he's holding. Yeah, that would be some next level stuff right there. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the 50 millimeter. This is the 65,
Yep.
and then the 90. Huh. So the question is, which one do you like the best?
Well, that's it. That's what I was going to ask, because the 65 mil is a really sharp lens right across corner to corner.
Yeah, this is, I'd say that is very sharp. And this is the 50.
Yeah, but the
Colors.
the 65 only goes down to f2, whereas obviously the 50 mil can go down to f1.2.
Yeah. So you got that.
And the 90 mil is f2.8.
Yeah.
But it's the way it's done the colors. I haven't done anything with the colors. It's just
Yeah. So I think the 65 has the least, very accurate, but it's the least vibrant.
yeah.
Yeah, the other 2 are warmer for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Leica, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it too. Like, I know photographers that add warmth to every photo they take. I mean,
You say that's not too light, but if I put that on the photo monitor screen, it looks fine. It's just on this screen, on the iMac, it's too bright.
Yeah.
It's because the iMac's 150 lux on the screen, you know. They calibrate their screens to be, the luminance on the screen is so bright and the contrast is boosted up, and it's standard unless you want to recalibrate your iMac.
That's the way they come out of the box. Yeah.
It's got to look good in the store. It's got to
That's
pop.
right.
Yeah, it's exactly, and it's not much difference on the laptop. I just bought that M1 MacBook, and it's bright on that screen as well. But put it on the photo one, and it's fine.
Yeah, that's their standard. That's how they build the monitors to look that way.
Yeah. So basically, I put the photograph up on the screen on the photo viewer, and then I turn the brightness down on the laptop and the iMac to try and match it.
So I think out of the 3, I like the 65 the best.
Yeah, I think I'm with you that one is probably the most accurate.
Yeah, it's got good colors. The yellow is.
Yes, that's a lot warmer, that one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Yeah, but it's like, what time of day did you take it? Because I kind of like the warm one. The warm one to me.
Yeah, they were all exactly the same time. I was standing there next to the plant, just switched the lenses over and took 3 separate photographs.
Yeah, that's kind of that's the point of using the different lenses, though.
Yeah, I had to move back, obviously, because a Leica 90mm, you can't focus it. It's about 20-inch minimum focus. Whereas the Voigtlander 65, it's got 12-inch. You can minimum focus on it.
Yeah, you can get a lot closer.
You can get a lot closer, even though the other one was a 90mm lens.
As you know, I just shot my grandson, so he could have his 6-month photos. And, I use everything manual. I use my speed lights in manual. So I'm getting the same light, the same exact situation, same everything. But when I switch lenses, same manufacturer,
different.
You get different stuff. My oh my God. My long lens. I forget. I forget the
Sigma? No,
my Sigma. Yeah, it's oh my God. I think it's a 50 to
100, 1.8.
I think it's the 50 to 150 or something like that. Yeah, my big one that I have no idea what size it is right now. I forget. But when I switch to that one, it's always about like this 50 mil that you're showing. When I use the 50 mil, that will come out very similar to my big lens. When I use my wider one, it's always a little cooler.
Yeah.
It's always a little cooler, and I have to kind of warm that one up. So I do a lot of matching when I'm in editing and post. I do a lot of matching to get them close to each other. It's a lot of what I do to get them close to each other, because this is exactly what you just showed is exactly the point of using different glass. You're going to get different stuff.
Yep. You're going to get it's going to be a different representation of what you're shooting. Yeah.
And what you're trying to say.
I mean, the white balance is, I had it on auto on the camera. Maybe I should have fixed it, because the calibration on the screen is fixed at 6500 Kelvin, which is daylight basically.
Yeah. So I wonder, I mean, the auto white balance might be a little different depending on the lens.
Yeah.
It's going to go through the lens and see if there's different coatings or the way the lens is. It's going to.
We made a joke earlier about Wes's photo, but it's exactly the point of taking a grayscale photo first when you shoot, because then you can use that light to get the exact gray that you need for all the photos, no matter what lens you're using.
Yeah.
And that's what you're trying to do. That's the point of that, is to match that all up, because they all have different color. They all have different profiles, like Wes was saying. So it's exactly what you're trying to do, because they won't ever match up. And sometimes, like when I shoot a wedding or a oh my God, the Mexican birthday deal, I forget. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the quinceañera. You're taking, if I have multiple photographers, I have to match those different cameras and the different lenses together.
Have the same look. Yeah.
They all have a different color. They all have a different profile. So that adds to the works. And that's exactly why that first photo, or one of the first photos, should always be that grayscale photo. That way you can go back to it and just bam, click on that.
Did you switch your camera to grayscale in only? Did you actually take a black and white photograph with the sensor?
No, he's talking about one of these.
Yeah, gray card. I'm sorry.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Gray card. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And then you just calibrate everything to that.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's your reference.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that's that profile thing I bought. This X-Rite profiler. the software on the screen actually puts all those coloured cards up, and that profiles the factory set colours, isn't it? To set your screen up.
Yeah, it makes that specific color, and then the checker says is the color right, and it changes it to match.
Right,
it should be.
It should, yeah.
So,
but based on what we talked about tonight, then it never really is. You think it is, but it's really not.
yeah. See, that was another thing I couldn't get my head around at first. It said, like, when you calibrate your screen, you're not actually calibrating the screen. You're calibrating the card inside the computer. Yeah, you're recalibrating the output of the graphics card, whereas the photography monitor is actually you're programming the monitor. It's got its own computer built in it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what computer you plug into it, it's always going to be those accurate colors.
This shit's deep, man.
Yeah, it's about as mind-boggling as trying to do subtractive colors.
Yeah.
Let me catch up to you, brother, man. You're pretty deep here, man.
Mind blown, dude.
Mind blown.
Yeah. I think we're getting that way.
Yeah. I need a beer after this, Jim. My brain hurts.
Yeah, that was too much thought, man. That was way too much thought for this.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, you can take a photograph, and if you try to repeat it, it's never going to be the same, is it?
No, it's impossible. You never can. There's a 100% chance that it will never be the same.
Well, I mean, we've talked about it, right? Like, all four of us could literally be at the same spot with the same gear, taking the same photo, what we think. And we're all going to have something different because we're not exactly the same height, angle. You know, it's
not exactly the same distance. Yeah.
And it's fun too because me and Pat have done that a few times already, and it's, he's shooting over me or I'm shooting over him, and what we get is incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
completely different. Yeah, you think it would be virtually the same, but they're not. Yeah. Completely different. Yeah. So basically, we're all trying to be accurate. It's just all a big sham. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't really matter because you might know that flower, those colours on those flowers is basically what the flower was, but just brighter and duller from different lenses. But even though you had the same camera and you just switched the lenses, in that 30 seconds, whatever it took you to switch the lens, the light could have changed just enough to make the colors look different. I mean, I mean, it could have gone partially behind a cloud or a little shadow somewhere. Yeah, so it's thinking about a 90mm lens on the front of the camera, it's going to be a lot darker hitting the sensor from a long lens than it is from a 50mm short lens.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be totally different.
You just drive yourself insane trying to get it all accurate because there is no accuracy. It's all an illusion.
Yeah, that's exactly the conclusion I came.
We're living in a dream world. It doesn't really.
I came to the conclusion that if the photograph looks okay, it's all right.
Yeah, basically. If you like it and other people like it too, then it's good.
Yeah,
that's just it, right? It's all that's that's about it.
And anything more than that is fine if you want to go down that rabbit hole, but I don't think there's any need to. I mean, if you want to, great. If not, that's okay too. Yeah.
Well, my son was being cruel to my daughter. She was paddleboarding when I was taking the photographs, and he said to her, she said to me, "Are you going to make me look beautiful?" And my son turned around and goes, "He's a photographer, not a plastic surgeon."
Ooh. Oh, quiet at dinner time, I think, after that.
Yeah.
He's just a photographer. He's not a miracle worker.
Come on. Yeah, he's not.
I said that typical brother and sister.
Yeah, I mean that's if they didn't say that, then you'd be concerned.
I'd be worried,
yeah. But since they did, then everything's good.
I do the same thing to my sister. Yeah, I'm like, don't worry, I can shrink your head a little bit. It's pretty damn big. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't know.
I mean, what would it be if you didn't? You know.
Oh, no, you have to. Yeah, that's a requirement. You got it. You got to. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's 50s. It doesn't matter how old you are. You're always going to tease your sibling. Yeah. There's just no.
That's the way it works.
No reason why you shouldn't. I mean, that's just part of the deal.
So it's not good to mention wide-angle lens when you're doing portraits, then.
Does this wide-angle lens make my butt look big? No, not at all.
Yeah.
Let me turn my camera at 45 degrees.
Yeah. Don't worry, we can do some perspective correction in post-process. We can fix it. All right. On that note, I'm going to end this.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good week. Thanks for showing up. I think football starts around 8:30, right? 5:30 for you, Joe, right? Sunday night football.
Oh, Sunday night. I was going to say because the Cardinals game just ended. Cowboys.
Yeah. I think I might.
No good for me, Joe. It's Monday morning here.
Oh,
I've missed it.
Yeah, you missed it. Too late. Should have checked in earlier.
Did Atlanta win?
I think they did. I think they did. Yeah. And we watched a little bit of the game, and then we got busy doing stuff. So.
Yeah, they were in London. So.
Yep, they were. Did you go to the game, Dennis? No, they were in Wembley, I think, is where they were. Right? Yeah. No. Okay. Missed your opportunity. All right. Oh, they'll be back next year.
Yeah, next time. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Good show. Appreciate it. Stay safe. Back in 2 weeks. Yep, 24th.
2 weeks.
24th.
See you then. All right.
Okay,
Take care. All right. Later.
See you guys.